My God, Connor Hellebuyck deserves better. This game, man. Like, I'm not mad because, again, the Jets have played pretty bad hockey the last 3 games, and they've come out with 5 out of 6 points, so I can't complain with that. This isn't a regulation loss. We get a point. So at the end of the day, you guys know how I feel. At the end of the day, if you play a bad game of hockey, but you can somehow get a point out of it, that's a win to me, because at least you get a point for the standings, because the Jets did not deserve to win this game. The deserve to win-o-meter was astonishing. I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 2.7, I believe it was, for the Jets at winning this game out of 1,000 simulations. Like, that is absolutely insane that it took the Jets as long as it did to stay in this game. Like, it's just shocking. Like, the first period, no goals. Second period, no goals. You know why? Because Connor Hellebuyck is a living god. Like, he is, without a doubt, 9 games into this season, already in Vezina form, in my opinion. Like, so far, I think it's safe to say, Connor Hellebuyck to start this game in 9 games already. I know he's even played 9 games, but just where the Jets are right now is better than where he was last year for the Jets. And I mean that wholeheartedly, and I completely agree with that. I just can't say anything bad against him tonight. Like, he stole a point from the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. Well, not, he didn't steal a point from them. He stole a point for the Jets, because Vegas still gets 2. They improved to 8-2. The Jets now are 5-3-1, which, again, you love to see that, because 5-3-1 still keeps them at a pretty good spot in the standings right now. Currently in the divisional standings, they are still sitting second, tied with Dallas for first. Dallas is right now 5-3-1, exact same record as the Winnipeg Jets with 11 points. That's exactly where you want to be right now. Like, I know it's only 10 games, it's early on, but last year the Jets missed the playoffs, not by a lot. Like, were they good last year? Did they deserve to get into it? Absolutely not. But this year, if they want to get into it and even want to be in the hunt for one, you got to win games early like this and get points wherever you can, and that's what they did tonight. So, was tonight a perfect game? No, absolutely not. Just like how the last 3 games against Arizona and the Coyotes as well have not been perfect games. But you get the points, you get those 2 wins, you get a point here, 5 out of 6, can't complain with that. Now you go back home on Thursday night, I believe, is the next game for the Jets. Let's see how they play then. Until that, Thursday against Montreal, that's going to be the next game. That'll be an interesting game, a must-win, I have to say, because you're back home, getting these points. You got to win these games. So I think there's a lot of improvement in the Jets game, and also a lot of, areas where it's like, okay, this is embarrassing. And I'll explain what I mean. Basically, what I've seen out of these 3 games is a different team playing in every single one of these games. After each game, they've improved on some areas where they faulted in the previous one, but then they still make different mistakes in this new game, right? In tonight's example, you can see it with the fact that the defense was just terrible tonight, not being able to clear the zone at all. The offense had some good looks, but really weren't able to set up well and get clean zone entries the entire game. And it came down to just goaltending. Like it really was a goaltending match tonight. And I'm not going to say that, that Hill was incredible tonight, because I'm sorry, he was 20 out of 21 shots saved tonight. Like, he wasn't anything incredible, but at that same time, Connor Hellebuyck, when you look at his stats, 41 out of 43 stops were stopped tonight. He was just perfect everywhere. 958 save percentage. Like, the guy was incredible tonight, Connor Hellebuyck, and it sucks to see him not be able to get the win in a game like this, but at the same time, stealing points for the Jets is something that Hellebuyck's been doing his entire time in the NHL, and I'm happy to see it happening right now, because, yeah, the team didn't play good, but in the last couple seasons, when the team didn't play good, Hellebuyck wasn't able to bail them out. And we've seen so far this year that Hellebuyck's been able to bail them out. Now, is that a good thing for the entirety of the season? No. But there are going to be games when you need your elite goaltender to bail you out. That's just how the NHL works. It's how certain nights are, no matter how good you are as a team. Sometimes you need your goalie to bail you out. And that's what Connor Hellebuyck's been doing lately. And it's helping keep the Jets in a really good spot in the standings. So I look at tonight and I see a lot of, bad play out there. I really don't like Josh Morrissey and Neil Pionka, that top pairing, and I was very happy to see Dylan DeMello get back up there with him, because I think the defense right now needs to be completely shaken up. I do not like the way that the pairings are playing together. I don't like the way Sandberg's been playing. I don't like the way that Pionka has been playing outside of his offensive prowess. He's been great there. I just don't like the way his defense has been. Morrissey at times has been shaky, and I don't really blame that on Morrissey. I more blame on the fact that, as we've seen in the past with Morrissey, if he needs a stable partner, and right now Pionka hasn't been a stable partner, so that's going to affect his game. We know this because we've seen Josh Morrissey play with absolute trash cans like Nathan Beaulieu and Tucker Pullman for an entire season and have mediocre results, because let's be real, Josh Morrissey's a great defenseman, but he can't carry a defensive core. We know that now. It's been proven. When you pair him with good guys, Josh Morrissey's a very serviceable top 4 NHL defenseman, arguably even a top pairing defenseman with the right guy. He's not the right guy with Neil Pionk. You got to fix that if you're the coaching staff. I would say that, honestly, the best player tonight for the Winnipeg Jets was their fourth line again. I really like the way David Gustafsson played tonight with only 11 minutes of ice time, 2 shots on goal, 2 hits, 1 block, 1 takeaway, 17 percentage in the face-off department. He was okay. Like, I liked the way he played in limited time. I liked the way that Sacramento Linen played tonight as well. He was okay out there. I'd say, honestly, probably the worst player for the Winnipeg Jets today was... Hell, I don't even really know who to pick out. There were so many individual moments where it's just like, what the hell is going on with this club tonight? And like I said, it sucks that you get beat by Vegas, in a shoot. It was 6 seconds left, but at the end of the day, I feel like that goal just kind of symbolized what this game was. The Jets were able to come out. They were able to rally a little bit behind Connor Hellebuyck, especially because they get the game's opening goal with Adam Lowry 13 seconds into the third period. That is absolutely huge after the way that the game had been going, but the problem was that once Mark Stone got that goal at 7 minutes into that third period, you have a lot of time left, and the Jets really aren't able to get anything else going. They needed to keep that momentum going. They let Vegas, they played with Vegas a little bit for too long, it felt like they weren't taking them as serious as they needed to. Like, they were still playing the same bullshit hockey they were playing in the first 40 minutes of this game. They just got lucky with Adam Lowry getting a goal on a good hard-working shift, and they weren't able really to get a lot of momentum off of that. Were they able to get the point at least? Yeah, but I still think that, and I will go on record saying that I think the Jets could have won this game off that momentum shift if they were just able to get some cleaner zone entries and just play some more polished hockey. That's what really ended up shooting themselves in the foot tonight, was the fact that they weren't able to play polished hockey for long enough stretches of time to, wear out the players and their lines and get a goal past them. In a game like this, you're not going to win with pure skill. You're going to win with ugly goals, and it proven with the Adam Lowry goal early on. So you got to be a more of a scrumming type of game. You got to get in front of the net. You got to make more hits. You got to play that, gritty style of hockey that wins you games when your top guys are just a little snake button, like Kyle Connor has been. Kyle Connor tonight had 3 shots on net. I believe he had 7 shots last night against Arizona. The guy's been completely snake bitten to start this season. He's been good still, don't get me wrong. He's only got 4 points though in 9 games and 1 goddamn goal. You got to get Kyle Connor going, and I know he's going to go because he's been amazing so far this year. He just hasn't been able to get any goals. So once he gets this next win in, the floodgates will open. I've got no worries there, but you got to get Kyle Connor going because he is without a doubt the most important part of this team's offense, and we've been winning games right now based on really good goaltending and some lucky offensive opportunities at times. Get Kyle Connor going, get you some more goals there. It might be able to get you a win like you could have had tonight if your offensive guys were able to really stay consistent. I think this game was just a good test to see how good Connor Hellebuyck can be again. It was reassuring in a lot of departments there that, goaltending looks to be really good this year. David Riddick looked really good the other nights. He's getting a lot better with every start, even going back to the preseason. Hellebuyck's getting better with every start and is looking even more elite than he has in the past couple of years. A lot of good things to take away from this game, a lot of bad things. You get a point. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to rage about it because we get a point we definitely should have gotten, but hey, it helps the Jets out nonetheless in the standings, keeps them tied for second right now in the Central. That is very important. You got to win the next game against Montreal. Montreal has been a team to struggle as of late, so that would be a very, very important game to win if you could. Obviously, they won their last game 7-4 against St. Louis today. They were able to win their last game against Buffalo on Thursday 3-2. So they've had some areas of luck, but then they lost 3-1 on last Tuesday to Minnesota, and I think Minnesota this year is kind of similar to kind of where the Jets are right now. Obviously, their record isn't the best, but I would say that the Jets in Minnesota are playing similar style of hockey in certain games. So hopefully the Jets can come out on Thursday, beat Montreal, get that extra 2 points, start a good homestand going, and that would be really, really good for them to get in early in November, get some wins going for them, and just have a good November. Because last November, the Jets had probably their best month was in November, arguably. You could make that argument. They were, I believe, first in the Central at some point in November. When I was out there in early November a year ago, they were really good. I saw them win the great shootout in Dallas. I saw them have that 5-1 dominant performance against Chicago. They played good hockey, so I want to see them having a better November from where they did last year and keep that up going into December and January. That would be very crucial for the success of the season, but we got a lot to wait and see. So yeah, Montreal will be the next big test for this team. I thought tonight had some okay moments for entertainment value. It wasn't a pretty game at all, and Connor Hellebuyck, without a doubt, deserved better, but at the end of the day, Jets get a point. I'm not too pissed, and I'm very curious to see what they can take from this road trip and apply it to their next homestand. So let me know what your thoughts were on this entirety of this away trip, the Mullet Arena experience. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. What you think the crucial thing is that's keeping the Jets playing this messy style of hockey. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and check out all the other affiliated links down in the description below. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for watching. Go Jets, go! And I will see you guys in the next one.